Hoy queremos hablar sobre dos temas. We're going to speak about two themes today. La primera, queremos preguntarte qué has pasado en tu región con clima y también con si hay con conflicto y acerca de clima también y cómo ha afectado tu trabajo este año. Este año ha estado muy tumultuo, ¿no? This year has been very tumultuous with conflicts in Ethiopia and in Ukraine, of course, and other places. And we want to ask each of you, what has happened in your region involving climate and conflict, and perhaps conflict arising from climate, and how has this affected your work in the last year? It's been a tumultuous year. La segunda pregunta va a ser sobre COP27 el COP27 para reflejar. So the second question after we do this first question is going to be about COP27 and reflecting on that, okay? Ahorita yo creo que vamos a seguir con Pedro.
Sí, muchas gracias. Un gusto estar en este espacio de nuevo y poder compartir con ustedes nuestro pensamiento y nuestra experiencia en esta nueva etapa.
Thank you very much for having me and both of us here for our what we believe or what we think is of what's going on, and thank you for having us in this meeting with you.
El problema que hemos tenido aquí con el clima tiene que ver con las lluvias aisladas. Este año tuvimos lluvia, pero no es así como parejo como acostumbramos en años anteriores, sino fueron lluvias aisladas y que se concentran de repente en algunas zonas, pero en otras zonas se quedan sin lluvia.
So this year, I've noticed that the rain has been more isolated to one particular area, or some areas more than others, and not as consistent as they have been years prior.
Nosotros creemos que ha sido el impacto de los megaproyectos desarrollistas, de las empresas que han incrementado su destrucción sobre la naturaleza, principalmente el mal llamado Tren Maya.
So we believe that with the change in the weather patterns, that it does have to do with some mega projects that do affect the overall climate change, that it does affect its regular weather patterns. And the good examples of that would be the Great Maya Train.
Yeah, the badly named Maya Train. And
yes,
and in the name of development. Thank you, Joshua. Perfect. Gracias, Pedro.
Entonces, lo que nosotros hemos visto es que son 1,600 kilómetros de recorrido que hay en la ruta de este tren, y por lo menos hay 1,000 kilómetros de selva que se está destruyendo. Junto con esto destruyen el hábitat o el lugar de las aves, de los animales, los polinizadores, y esto repercute en la lluvia y en el clima.
So with this Maya train that they call it, it will be affecting 1,600 kilometers of natural rainforest in the areas, and over 1,000 kilometers of it is the part that will be highly affected, because it is in effect with the animals in the area that have their ecosystem, and the pollinators as well, that are a big contributor to the overall weather cycles as well.
Exactly. I think 1,600 miles is the total train, and kilometers, and 1,000 kilometers is the of nature and delicate nature that can be affected. Yeah.
En nuestra milpa llovió mucho, pero es más, hubo exceso de lluvia, pero en otras zonas no pudo llegar la lluvia. Eso generó que muchos campesinos no tuvieran la cosecha que se estaba esperando. En cambio, nosotros sí tuvimos una cosecha considerable, pero como llovió demasiado, tampoco el elote dio lo suficiente como debiera por exceso de lluvia. En tanto, otros espacios no tuvieron lluvia y también perdieron la cosecha.
So in particular areas, we had excessive amounts of rain as opposed to having a steady amount of rain, and other locations or other areas did not have the sufficient amount and were lacking. And then when they got some, it was too much at one time of the rain.
Yes, and in Pedro's milpa, they luckily had a pretty good harvest. And for those of you who don't know the name milpa refers to a small family farm in the Mesoamerican tradition of the Maya that involves intercropping, and especially the growing of corn, beans, and squash, among others. Feel free to add anyone. Gracias, Pedro.
Para terminar, quiero comentar lo que se ha anunciado en la madrugada de hoy sobre la resolución de la COP27, en donde muchos aplaudieron la resolución de hacer un fondo para los países vulnerables. Nosotros preguntamos si con dinero se tiene que resolver todo o se tiene que pensar en otras cosas que tienen que ver con situaciones de esta naturaleza. Y si es con dinero, también nos pensamos que a dónde van a ir los dineros, si a través de los gobiernos se van a dar, como siempre, en donde se van a quedar en sus propios bolsillos. Nos parece que son decisiones enajenadas a la situación que vivimos en los pueblos.
So, from according to what happened this morning at the end of the conference, there was a big round of applause. Everybody congratulating each other for supposedly what will be good for the governments or whatnot, that they will be considering having more funding. And how it has been with the governments in the past is that, yeah, the funding is good, but the funding just stays in the pockets of those who are in power, as opposed to going to the causes that they're saying will be helping the people of the region.
Yeah, exactly, Joshua. Thank you. And we'll talk more about this with the second question as well. But yes, of course, this is the fund that has been that the leaders agreed to open, at least, for loss and damage in vulnerable countries. Gracias, Pedro.
Solito, solita. Solito à solidarité. Solito à solidarité. Solito to solidarity. Solito to solidarity. Solito à solidarité.